all they probably do is squeal, but chill. When we start the revolution, when we start the revolution, all they probably do is squeal, but chill.
Imhotep, the father of medicine and a black multi-genius. The achievements of the black people of ancient Egypt have shown us that black people built truly one of the greatest civilizations of ancient times. But do you know that a person generally regarded as the most talented individual in the history of the ancient world was a black man? He was an Egyptian named Imhotep. Imhotep was the son of an architect. He lived during the reign of King Zoser of Egypt in 2980 BC. He was an exceptionally brilliant man. He was versed in medicine, architecture, engineering, philosophy, poetry, religion, and astronomy. It is through his work and writings that the Western world first learned of the existence of objective and scientific medicine based on the repeated and careful observation of a patient. It is said also that Imhotep knew about the circulation of the blood. He discovered this at least 4,000 years before it was known in Europe. Imhotep diagnosed and treated more than 200 diseases. These included disorders of the eyes, bladder, abdomen, and skin. Imhotep's contribution to the development of medical knowledge in the ancient world was such that the Greeks worshipped him as the father of medicine and their god of healing. Much later, after the sacking of Egypt by Alexander the Great in 332 BC, many laid claim to Imhotep's achievements. Today, Western civilization holds to the belief that the Greek Hippocrates was the father of medicine. Yet, the Hippocratic oath taken by every medical doctor in Western civilization pays homage to the god Apollo and the father of medicine, Asclepius, which incidentally was the Greek name for Imhotep. Apart from his work in medicine, Imhotep designed the first pyramid, which was built by the Egyptians. This pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Saqqara, was an outstanding example of this black genius's engineering and architectural skill. It was the first building in the world to be constructed solely from stone and was one of the tallest buildings in the ancient world. Imhotep was also the chief priest and Vizier, or prime minister, at the court of King Zoser. He was a poet and philosopher, and the author of one of the world's most popular proverbs. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we shall die. Imhotep's regard for life and good health was strengthened despite his realization of man's mortality. Thus, he urged that we capture each moment and live each day as if it were our last. Imhotep, a black genius, was truly one of the most outstanding individuals in the history of the ancient world. Imhotep.
Imhotep was the first multidimensional character in human history. There was no personality in human history that we can read about, that's written about, before Imhotep, a black man. The first person with texture in human history. In other words, everybody before that was mentioned, you mentioned the name. You had the name of kings. You had their name, but you did not have any details about them.
The old is going to go into the making of the university.
The academy as it operates today operates on this notion of disciplines, that you just look at things from one perspective. Here was Imhotep, who looked at things from a multiplicity of perspectives and helped to lay a foundation in ancient Egypt for the development of Africa after his time, even up to the present time.